Hey, what's up you guys? It's Annie. Welcome or welcome back to my channel where I help you to grow your YouTube channel from the ground up. So for today's video, I'm filming a very highly requested video, which is to walk you guys through step by step the exact process I follow to do all of my keyword research and optimizing my videos for the maximum amount of views possible. So this is going to be a quite lengthy and in-depth video, so you may want to get yourself a drink and get real comfy, and let's get started. So step one is to have a keyword research tool. There are so many out there, so it really does come down to personal preference. They pretty much all get you the same end goal, just about which one works best for you. So the one I use is Tubebuddy. You guys know I absolutely adore Tubebuddy. I've been using the Tubebuddy extension for probably over about a year or so now, and in the last year I've gotten to over 75,000 subscribers on my main channel, gotten over 5,000 subscribers on this channel in less than 3 months, and gained over 4 million views collectively between my channels. So for that reason, I do prefer Tubebuddy for myself, but I have loads of friends who prefer vidIQ or Keywords Everywhere and so many others. However, if you do want to check out Tubebuddy for yourselves, I'll have it linked down below in my description box. So the first step in my actual keyword research process is to find the main keyword, usually my title. So for this, I open up the Tubebuddy tool on YouTube and go over to the Keyword Explorer. Now, I do have the full paid version of Tubebuddy, so I do have access to all the tools inside of this tool. So if you guys have the free version, you may see me use some things you maybe don't have access to. Just a fair warning. So I will just start off by putting in a keyword that has to do with my video. So for example, how to do keyword research on YouTube. And then these are the results that I get. So to break all this stuff down a lot easier for you guys, so first you have the overall score on a scale of 0 to 100. 100 being the best and 0 being the worst. So the closer your score is to 100, the better it is a keyword for you to use. And then underneath that, you have the breakdown of search volume and competition volume, which then tells you in a more broken down sense why it is a good or not so good keyword for you to target. So for this, you always want to make sure you are looking at the weighted score. If you look at the unweighted score, it's kind of like an average for everybody, whereas the weighted score is specifically to your channel. So what the search volume tells you is, again, on a score of 0 to 100, how highly searched is this keyword. So if the keyword is more so in the green section, that is telling you this is a very highly searched keyword, whereas if it's more in the red section, that tells you it's not a very highly searched keyword and people aren't really looking for it. Then underneath that, in the competition volume, this also shows you from 0 to 100 red to green. The more red you have your competition is the more competitive that keyword is going to be, and the harder it is to actually rank and get views for that keyword. Whereas the more green the competition is, the better it is for you, because that means less competition. So ideally, when you are doing your keyword research through Tubebuddy, you want to have your keywords as green as possible for both search and competition. So by looking at the overall score and search volume and competition volume of this specific keyword, I can tell that it's kind of like an okay keyword that I may want to use in my tag section, but not really the main keyword I want to go for. I want to find something that has a much better score for me. So I will do one of two things. Either I put in another keyword I think of, or also very useful, sometimes I'll look at the related box or the, I think it's called common video tags, something like that. Oftentimes in one or both of these sections, there are other variations of the same keyword I can then try and do further research on. So if I look at the related section, there is a keyword that is kind of a more broken down version of my main keyword I searched up, which is how to do keyword research for your YouTube videos. So if I go ahead and click onto this keyword, automatically it has a much better overall score, and you can see that both the search and competition volumes are super green, telling me this is a really good keyword for me to target, and I have a very good chance of getting views with this keyword. And more often than not, this is the keyword I will also use for my title. So then once I'm done with that step, that is usually the one that takes me the longest time to do, and then everything else is a lot easier and falls into place a lot faster. So then the next step of my process actually happens once I'm already uploading my video to YouTube. So in a separate tab while my YouTube video is uploading, I will go onto YouTube, go into the Tubebuddy tools once again, and go to the one titled SEO Studio. So SEO, as I've explained in other videos, stands for Search Engine Optimization, which basically helps you to rank your videos on YouTube by optimizing your video sections such as titles, description, and tags. Meaning the higher your SEO score is, the more of a chance you have to rank in search. And because I'm not a computer and can't get everything absolutely perfect for myself, using the SEO Studio tool actually basically gets you your SEO score for you. So what you'll do is first input in the keyword you've just researched. So in this case, it is how to do keyword research for your YouTube videos. Then what happens is it looks kind of like a mock pretend upload screen, and off to the side there is a checklist. So basically with this mock or practice uploader, you're basically going to pretend you are optimizing your videos, videos, and it's going to help you get a perfect SEO score. So you'll begin to put in your titles, your tags, your description box, and as you fill in everything, the checklist will begin to check off certain things until you've checked off absolutely everything and you have a perfect SEO score. And then one other tool within the SEO Studio I really love is in, I think, the third step, the thumbnail portion. You can basically upload your thumbnail picture and it will show you on top of all the other ranked videos in search what your thumbnail is going to look like above all the others. So you basically have an idea of, if this was my thumbnail, if my video was ranked in search, what would my thumbnail look like amongst everybody else's thumbnails? Does it stand out? Does it pop more? Does it get kind of like drained out in the background? So that is a very helpful tool I use almost every single time. And then in the fourth and final step of the SEO Studio, my savior, you can actually save everything you've just done in the SEO Studio as a draft, and then when you go to upload your video, you can open up the draft. Everything kind of like falls into place on its own. So that is my savior and my absolute favorite tool besides the Keyword Explorer. So once all that is done and back in my actual uploaded video, the last thing I focus on is the tag section and my description box. So within the tag box, the first thing I always put in is my title, aka my main keyword, so that when somebody is looking up that keyword on YouTube, the algorithm finds it in both my title and my tags. And then what I also will do is copy my entire title and paste it word for word, letter for letter at the top of my description, again so that the algorithm finds it in my title, my tags, and description box. So then the next part is probably the easiest part of this whole thing, which is to fill up the rest of my tag section. So underneath the tag box, there is a recommended tag section given to you by Tubebuddy. So I basically just filter by the score of each one of the tags, and Tubebuddy will automatically recommend all these tags based on their score by highest to lowest, meaning 100 to 0. So then all I do is just click on all the tags I want to include and they automatically go to my tag box, basically having Tubebuddy do all the work for me and have all my research done for me. So if once I'm done putting in all those tags, I still have a little bit of room in my tag box, something else I like to do is I will basically search up my main keyword on YouTube, go on to the top ranked videos, and use Tubebuddy to see what tags they've used on their video. Then all I have to do is click onto the tags in their tag box to see what score it gives me for my video, and if the tags they've used have a high enough score for me, then I will copy their tags into my tag box. And then the very last thing I do is something that not enough people do, is I will take all the tags in my tag box and put them into a little like blurb or a little like description in my description box. A lot of people will tell me that they use Tubebuddy to fill in their tag box but still don't rank in search, and then I go onto their videos and they have literally nothing in their description box besides "hope you enjoy the video," which is not going to help you rank in search. So that is the last step. I take all of the tags and put them in my description box so the algorithm finds them in my titles, tags, and description. And then once all of that is done, then my video is perfectly optimized to rank in search and get the maximum amount of views possible, and I am all ready to upload my video. So that, you guys, is it for my entire keyword research and optimization process. Hopefully this is something you want to improve upon for your own channels. Hopefully this was helpful to you and gave you a few new ideas of things to try out for yourselves, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!